Hello everybody, Rusted Ground here, and welcome back to The Witcher 2 Assassins of Kings. We're here in Foltest's camp, and I was looking around here before after I ended the video the last time, and I noticed that we have a bunch of stuff in our journal. Is it? Yeah, in our journal here. So we have a few quests, as you can see here. And then we also have a bunch of locations, characters, and alchemy information. So I thought it would be a good time to go through all of these and just read them out. Because, you know me, I am going to read everything out because it's part of the story and I love doing it. And I love learning more about, all the characters and all the quests and everything. So, yeah. I thought I'd take the time here to just read through all of these now, and then we'll go through them as we, when we meet new characters or when we get new quests, we'll go through the quests and everything. So, by the King's Will is the main quest that we're having now. By the King's will, ever since Geralt saved Foltest's life, the king had been fond of keeping his favorite witcher close by his side. Thus, when the monarch laid siege on the walled town and castle of the mutinous Baroness La Valette, Geralt found himself willing the days away a few tents down from the king's own, in the company of Triss Merigold, a sorceress, the witcher's lover, and Foltest's royal advisor. These were pleasant moments despite the mild relentlessness that plagued our hero. Finally, on the day of the assault, he was summoned before his royal majesty, and that is how his trouble began. Very interesting. The Dungeons of the La Valettes. The Dungeons of the La Valettes. My story begins after the fateful events in which the witcher Geralt of Rivia, known also as the White Wolf, saved Foltest, Lord of Temeria, from an assassin. From that moment on, the monarch would not quit the witcher's company, turning him from an itinerant monster slayer into a royal bodyguard, and thus causing him to suffer increasingly. However, since it is unwise to deny a king, Geralt now found himself in the lands of the La Valettes, where Foltest had taken personal command of the siege of the rebel family's walled town and castle. Witchers know well how fickle fortune can be, and accordingly, luck had abandoned our hero within the castle walls. Due to a tragic mistake, Geralt was imprisoned in the castle's dungeon, where he had to patiently recount recent events to Vernon Roche, Foltest's right-hand man. If you wish to know just how the Witcher plunged from the pinnacle of success into the depths of misfortune, listen to my tale. This is awesome. Melitele's heart. In Foltest's camp, Geralt ran into the Crinfrid Reavers. Having lost his memory, the Witcher would no longer recall the trouble his bunch of rogues had caused during the famous hunt for the Golden Dragon. As it turned out, Kenneth, Desperate, and Boholt had recruited a new comrade. With great originality, they called him New Boy. The four were to join in the assault of the La Valette Castle that day. The problem was that the drunken Reavers had bet one of Foltest's knights that New Boy would survive the battle while attacking solely in his trousers and shirt. A protective amulet they had plundered from the roadside shrine was to help him. Asked for his advice, Geralt expressed doubt about the amulet's protective properties and discouraged the Reavers from undertaking their daring escapade. New Boy reasonably decided to don his armor. Yeah. The Assassins of Kings. When Geralt thwarted the plans of the Grand Maester of the Order of the Flaming Rose, it seemed the situation in Vizima would return to normal sooner or later. A blow came from an unexpected quarter. As the Witcher was collecting his reward from King Foltest, an assassin sneaked into the throne room of the royal palace. Foltest would have perished if not for the Witcher's presence of mind. Geralt defeated the would-be Kingslayer and thus saved the monarch's life, but the Witcher was left wondering who had sent the killer and why. Intriguingly, the assassin seemed very similar to a Witcher, so much so that he might even have been one. Okay. Excuse me. So, we went through these quests now. Let's go through locations. La Valette Castle. During my travels, I visited the dynastic abode of La Valette family several times. Anyone who considers Vizima an impressive city is unlikely to have seen the ancestral citadel of the La Valettes. The immensity of the fortress is simply breathtaking, to the extent that calling it a mere castle is either a gross inaccuracy or a jest. Expanded over generations, the walled town boasts the greatest fortifications in Temeria and perhaps in all of the northern kingdoms. The citadel is located near the strategically important White Bridge, which connects the banks of the Pontar. It commands the entire area, including nearby trade routes and the river crossing. No wonder then that the rebellion of the La Valettes disturbed Foltest's sleep. Okay, moving on to characters. Here we go. So, we have main characters and secondary characters, which is awesome. So, secondary characters, we have New Boy. This soldier had acquired an allegedly miraculous amulet and truly believed its power would protect him from any and all harm. Recognizing that the pendant was useless, Geralt informed New Boy of this fact. Okay, so the pendant was in fact useless and we could have lied to him, but I don't think that was... I think we made the right choice there. Okay. Mary Louisa La Valette. I have chanced to visit the court of the La Valettes on several occasions in the past. Invariably, I was greeted and received in a manner befitting my fame and talent. Baroness Maria Luisa was a very comely lady, her beauty having fully blossomed, her hair dark, her lips sensuous. As with many women married to markedly older men, rumors about her were plentiful. Among them, one claiming that she had had a love affair with King Foltest himself and that the monarch had fathered her younger children. This sounds very much like... what's his name? Like Dandelion. Like in the books, this is how Dandelion would tell the story, I think. Triss Merigold. I have known the sorceress Triss Merigold for a long time, for she is one of Geralt's closest friends. The young, pretty, talented, auburn-haired mage from Maribor hardly reminded me of the giggling flapper of years past. Her knowledge, abilities, and loyalty had brought her far. A hero from Sodden, known as the 14th of the Hill, for she was mistakenly counted as the 14th mage to die in that battle, she sat on the royal council of King Foltest of Temeria. And though they say that a monarch's favor is uncertain, for the king had once expelled all mages from Temeria, Triss had managed to gain Foltest's trust. As regards to the Witcher, everyone who was witness to Triss's friendship with Geralt, anyone who saw them together, would easily confirm that these two had much in common. And it is common knowledge that an old flame never dies. Geralt of Rivia. Behold our hero. Subjected to mutations and rigorous sword and sorcery training as a child, he has become a superhuman monster slayer. Always penniless and often disdained by those whom he protects, he wanders the world seeking work. Fate has little mercy for him, piling obstacles in his way, yet he trudges on. He has more scruples than a beggaring bum has fleas. Doubts haunt him even when a band of ruffians, knives drawn, approaches him on the highway. Is he a good man? I do not think so. Does he try to maintain his humanity? I believe he does. You must know that Geralt of Rivia died once already, or at least everyone thought him dead. During the massacre in Rivia, he sought to defend non-humans and fell to overwhelming odds. Placed in a boat, he floated into the mist into a realm where he finally found peace. Not for long. Because of forces to be mentioned later, Geralt returned just in time to defend the Witcher's ancient home fortress, and then embarked on a mission to recover the secrets stolen from it. Okay, where was it? Here. Along the way, he took part in a Scoia'tael uprising, shattered a powerful criminal organization, and killed the Grand Maester of the Order of Flaming Rose, or the Grand Master. All the while his fame as a lover grew. Well, that's Geralt for you. As if all this wasn't enough, he then foiled the attempted assassination of King Foltest of Temeria and became one of the monarch's most trusted men. Cool. Okay, so this is King Foltest. In retrospect, His Royal Majesty King Foltest was certainly an exceptional persona when compared to the other crowned heads of the time. This King of Temeria, Prince of Sodden, Sovereign of Pontar and Makam, and Senior Protector of Bruges, Angren, Riverdale and Elander, was a firm and decisive ruler, as I suppose one should expect from someone so abundantly titled. He was the kind of man who, when hit, made a sound suggesting he was forged of steel and not molded of bird dung. Being unmarried, he led a rather casual private life. In his youth, while still a prince, Foltest strove to demonstrate that he was what he was capable of, and he proved capable of much. The love affair he had with his own sister, by whom he fathered his eldest daughter Ada, is widely known, as is his latter affection for Baroness Marie-Louise La Valette. Both relationships bore heavy consequences, so to speak, and in both instances, Geralt found himself stuck in the middle of the resulting mess. Dandelion, here we go. It is always awkward to write about oneself. Oh, awesome, okay. Okay, this is great. So Dandelion is the narrator, so to say. Cool. Yet I cannot shirk this duty. In an effort to prevent any accusations of partiality, I shall set down the humblest of notes relating only the best known facts. Oh, I'm sure Dandelion would be humble. Dandelion, in reality the Viscount of Lettenhove, though titles are unimportant, is a certified troubadour, a lecturer at Oxenford University, a persona known among society as a charmer, poet, dandy, and unparalleled lover. See? Humble. Almost everyone north of the Yaruga has heard of him, and those who have not are either boors or simpletons or both, as a result of which their opinions do not matter in the slightest. Dandelion played a significant part in the most important events of the era. He loved, fought, negotiated, and acquired immense knowledge, even that of the forbidden variety. His works are a testimony of the times, but it is his moving poetic tropes that have brought him true fame. The important thing in this story is that Dandelion was a friend to Geralt of Rivia, possibly his only true friend. He was Geralt's confidant, advisor, and companion in misery, for it was impossible to experience good fortune in the Witcher's company. What Geralt did, Dandelion faithfully recounted, and one should not give credence to those who accuse this humble chronicler of confabulating. Yeah, so it is true Dandelion is Geralt's friend. I don't know if he is his only true friend, but we'll have to see. Vernon Roche. There is a man like Vernon Roche in every monarch's retinue. Brave and determined, ready to execute any command, and thoroughly hated at the court, he knows that only allegiance and service to the king keep him in his position. Roche was the leader of the Blue Stripes, King Foltest's special forces, renowned among other things for battling the Scoia'tael and quelling many rebellious non-human community. It was under his command that the unit rose to fame. Vernon earned Foltest's favor and trust through his deeds. One word from the king and he would jump headlong into fire, asking only how long he was to stay there and hold his ground. That's the kind of man Vernon Roche was at the time. Bussy La Valette. No more than a lad back then, Bussy already displayed the pride and obstinacy typical to the La Valettes. Some, however, attributed these qualities to the fact that King Foltest was his father. Okay, Anais La Valette, the daughter of Baroness Marie-Louise La Valette, was a scant few summers old at the time. Rumors that King Foltest was her father gave beginning to many important events. And last but not least, Vess, which we have already met. The fair-haired Vess stood apart from the rest of Vernon Roche's unit. And not only in that she was the only woman in an elite formation of hardened cutthroats and swashbucklers. Her girlish face and shapely body would stand out even if a uniform did not emphasize them. For there is something in soldier women that attract a man's gaze, and Ves was no exception. The reader should not, however, be misled by the description. One does not earn a Blue Stripes membership with good looks, but with skill, determination, and at times ruthlessness. Anyone disregarding Ves would pay dearly for misjudging this young woman. Because of her gender, Ves would sometimes receive assignments where her beauty was more important than her combat abilities and efficiency. Roche had used Ves as his trump card more than once. Okay, so these are the characters that we have met, or we are about to meet, I presume, for the time being. Okay, so let's move on to Alchemy. And in here I see we have all the potions that we can make, I take it. So, Swallow Potion regenerates vitality regeneration +1. Symbolizing spring and rejuvenation, the Swallow lent its name to this potion that accelerates the rate at which wounds scab over and heal. As a universal brew, it is good on many occasions and additionally produces no side effects. The Witcher can use the Swallow Potion to balance out some of the undesirable effects of potions like Thunderbolt, Maribor Forest, Lapwing, Tiara, and Stammerfold's Filter. It is recommended before long fights. Slow but consistent vitality regeneration will provide a significant advantage over foes. Witchers unsure of the dangers they might face in a given situation consume this universal brew as a failsafe. Samum, a Zericanian invention, Samum found its way north thanks to the merchants and was later adopted by the Witchers. The bomb stuns and immobilizes all creatures within range, rendering them defenseless against the Witcher's blade. This bomb is ineffective against creatures resistant to stunning, of course. The Cat Potion is one of the potions Witchers use most often. After imbibing it, the Witcher is able to see in total darkness and will avoid being surprised by any nocturnal creatures. The potion allows its user to see both living creatures and those made of inanimate matter, even through walls. Cat slightly disrupts perception, however, as a result of which its user deals less damage to monsters. The Rook Potion can be used to alleviate this side effect. Okay, and we have the Rook Potion, okay. The Cat Potion is recommended before entering a cave or a crypt and before a midnight stroll through dangerous terrain, of course. Okay, let's look at the Rook Potion then. Let's see what this does. Rook is especially popular among Witchers who believe that killing monsters quickly is their best defense. This potion increases muscle power and thus damage dealt to foes in close combat. Unlike Thunderbolt, it has no side effects. Rook can alleviate the side effects of White Raffard's Decoction, Gadwall, and Tiara. The potion is recommended for Witchers who prefer to use their swords in fights and employ signs sporadically. Rook is especially helpful against resilient and heavily armored opponents. Okay, and it it gives you what? So it just increases muscle power. Okay, brown oil. Wounds caused by a blade covered with brown oil do not heal. The blade grease also augments hemorrhaging. Hit an opponent with a blade covered with brown oil, adopt a defensive stance, and stall for time. The adversary soon drops to the ground due to the loss of blood. Okay. Falca's Blood increases the maximum damage dealt with the sword. It differs from the whirl in that luck determines whether a Witcher using the oil will land a hard or light blow. This blade grease owes its name to King Vridank's daughter, a rebel known for her cruelty. Petri's Filter. This potion, created by a student of a famous mage in the first conclave, is weaker than Stammerfold's Filter, but has no side effect. Petri's Filter increases the intensity of Witcher signs, the impact of the Ard, the defenses of Quen, the effectiveness of Irden, and so on. The potion increases toxicity very markedly when imbibed. It is recommended for Witchers who rely more heavily on magic than on their swords, and before fights against monsters vulnerable to signs. And last but not least, Golden Aureole, one of the best known Witcher potions, increases resistance to special attacks such as poisoning, incineration, and bleeding. The brew also negates the side effect of the Lapwig and Brock potions, okay, while producing no side effects of its own. Golden Aureole is recommended before fighting monsters that employ powerful special attacks. It is effective against venomous and fire-breathing creatures as well as those that cause bleeding. Okay, so we went through all of this. Excuse me.
Too true. Overwhelming.
So now we can continue our adventure. We need to find the king. Let me see if this works. Yes, it does. Awesome. Okay, so this is where we are. Wow, this is awesome. Okay, cool.
Too true. Overwhelming.
Word is,
force.
way up north, there's a tribe of wild.
Anything to drink?
They're getting what they deserve.
Okay, let's see.
Way up north, there's a tribe of wild. They'll be sitting down.
I think we need to go through here. Yeah.
Gonna be a salt to be slipping on that shite.
Let me see now.
Trebuchets are fucking pounding the pulp out of them.
Must be shitting themselves
Yep,
on
we
the
have
walls.
something here. Come on.
Whoa,
Whoa, whoa.
Gonna be a salt
Whoa,
to be slipping on that
easy
shite.
does it. Okay, that's bad. What do we have here? Cloth and twine. Take everything. Oh crap. So, don't go into fire. Note to self.
Kick their asses, Geralt.
What is this now? Can we do something here?
Trebuchets are fucking pounding the pulp out of them.
Must be shitting themselves on the walls.
Uh-huh.
Laugh all you like. Gonna be a salt to be slipping on that shite.
Okay.
Those trebuchets
Cool.
are fucking pounding.
Any advice from a veteran?
I just want to inspect here and see if there is anything that I can take from you guys. Oh, here we go. Leather, oil, and iron ore. Let's take everything.
I'm too old for this.
They're in for a beating.
Whoops, sorry. I keep pressing X. Apparently, if you press X, you just go into that. Okay, cool. Okay. I'm sure all these plants will come in handy at one point, so I'm just going to collect everything. I hope you guys don't mind. What is this here?
Greetings.
Hello.
I haven't played dice poker in a while.
Oh, dice poker. What is this?
It's like walking. You don't forget how to do it unless you're drunk. Roll a few rounds with me.
Okay. Place your bet. 5 orens. Yeah, let's bet 5 orens for now. Okay. Okay, so he raised the bet. Okay, so we roll the dice. Oh. Like this? Okay. And what, we keep the biggest numbers, I take it? Wait a second. Which ones do I keep? Like, if I select this one and this one... Actually, wait a second. We have 2 pairs, right? What? I don't even know what happened. Whoa, he rolled with everything. You win. Yep, because we have 2 pairs and he has... No, he only has 1 pair, right? Yeah, the 6s. Okay.
Certainly haven't forgotten how to play. Here's your coin.
He said dice poker, right? So I take it the poker rules apply. Here we go. Take everything. Nothing else around here. Okay, cool.
Today we enter the fray. An assault. Remember this. Assault
Not through here, apparently.
likely lose his head.
Here we go.
What a heap of imbeciles! You're compost, not soldiers!
Keep at it and none of you will see home!
Nice. Well, I'm guessing we took everything, right?
Move those feet! This is the army!
What happens if we destroy these dummies for these guys?
The gods punish those who show.
Kick their asses, Geralt! Those trebuchets are impounding the poop out of them.
Okay, that's one.
Getting themselves on the rail.
Oh, they're still gonna. Okay, never mind. I think they're still gonna.
That's how you like. Come here, son.
Really, as tough as they say.
Let's see. If we destroy everything, will something happen? I just want to see.
Eliminate the stragglers first.
Nope. Nothing happens if we destroy all of them. They continue their training, which is good. Okay, cool. Let's stop messing around here and just go meet.
Come here, son. You'll be slipping on that shite.
Meet the king.
Foltest said if you don't...
Care for a shot before you enter the siege tower? Or don't you drink and ride?
Okay.
With Foltest to victory!
Oh, there we go. We have something here.
Armor of courage.
Kick their asses,
Have no
Geralt!
mercy.
No.
The gods be with you. Your deeds will be forgiven. To battle!
Is there anything here that we can take?
Let us kneel and pray
Nope,
for a
doesn't look like
favorable
it.
day.
Whoa.
Gods, grant us strength and protect us in battle. We ask not for victory. but we shall win
Whoa. Wow.
regardless.
What the hell? That's a trebuchet, right? Wow.
A beautiful day for battle.
Whoa.
Fear not, Excellency. We're out of range of their
Oh,
arbalets.
he's here. Okay.
I am no warrior, sire. I must admit, I prefer to joust verbally or with a pen.
Here we go.
Finally! Traitors of the realm boil tar on the walls while you dally with the royal advisor.
How may I assist you, sire?
We mount an assault today, and you'll be at my side. Follow me, gentlemen. Let's not keep the traitors waiting.
Okay.
Sire, you said we were out of range.
That was a ballista, Excellency. Its arms strengthened with bronze plates and strung with horsehair. It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile away. A deadly and very costly weapon. An experienced crew can cock and release 2 bolts each minute. Yet it has one flaw.
Your Grace, please take cover.
The recoil of the arms is so strong upon firing that the weapon shifts. It simply cannot hit the same spot twice.
I had no idea Your Grace was a learned military engineer.
I'm not. I gave the Baroness those ballistae 2 years ago for her birthday.
I see.
What say you, Excellency, of men who live in spite of such rules?
And what say you, Your Grace, of soldiers here?
Those who did this live no more.
Whoa. Oh my god.
Master Geralt, I wish to converse with you once the storm of battle has subsided.
Forgive me, Excellency, but I plan to leave the royal court as soon as possible.
Might I know why?
Too often they take me for someone I'm not.
What do they call you, soldier? Wait. You served with me at Brenneran during our foray into the Pontar Valley. Norman Sador. Still an arbalist?
Yes, sir. Fate has not been kind to me.
Ha! Norman Sador. For your years of faithful service to the crown, I appoint you Decurion of the Arbalists. Onwards, gentlemen. No reason to dawdle.
Wow, he knows some of the soldiers by their name. Carefully aim the ballista at your target and press the mouse to release the bolt. Okay.
Forgive my candor, Your Majesty, but I must ask, what fate awaits the royal bastards when...
They're my children. If I hear bastard
Oh,
one
so
more
they
time,
are his
someone will
children.
die.
Interesting.
Painfully.
Your Grace, forgive me. But the laws of succession are irrefutably clear.
Piss on the laws. I'll change them if need be. Above all, I'll not allow a band of treacherous barons to use my children as their banner.
Your Majesty is entirely within his rights.
Ada is dead, and I have no other children. This conversation is over, Excellency. Please retire to your tent.
I kind of like this guy.
Black
He
ones
knows
in my
his
camp
stuff.
for a battle. What has the world come to? Nothing would make me happier than returning his shriveled head to Emir in a sack. But Triss Merigold insisted I be patient and courteous. Was I? Ha! I always knew you were one of us. And bugger what folks say. They talked about Ada no end. Have you learned anything about the assassin?
I don't know if we should tell him this. Let's go with nothing new for now.
Nothing new, sire. A month's passed and we don't know any more than we knew when we began. This investigation's going nowhere.
My agents have learned little also. But we'll find the culprits. It's just a question of time. Now, for the battle. I want you at my side today. Then you may go where you please.
Thank you, sire.
Where are you aiming, imbeciles? Soldier! Spyglass! What is going on up there? The gods! Count Edgevery! Catch, Witcher. Aim for the road with the red plume. Not 6 months ago, he swore eternal friendship to me. Quickly! How much higher?
What? What am I looking for here? Is it there? No, I don't think so.
2.5 degrees.
Did we hit the bastard?
He ducked.
Damn it!
He ducked.
We'll get him on the walls. Follow me, Witcher!